Gonna get into it. The Shure SM7db. Not the B, the DB. Okay, what is the SM7B? The SM7B is the legendary large diaphragm, dynamic microphone that's been out, I think, for more than 50 years, man. It's been around for a long time. It's most famous for being used for Michael Jackson for vocals and like Mick Jagger for vocals too. We've got a couple of them. I've used it for all type of things. I've used it for micing artists, rappers, singers, for micing drums. It's one of the best like tom microphones. If you bougie enough with your setup and you got 4 or 5 of them, you can put them on toms, man. You can use it as a kick mic. You can do all type of stuff with it, man. It's like one of those microphones that, and like a C414, those are like the most versatile microphones in like your setup. Like when you get one of those, you're like, okay, cool, I got it for this reason, but I could use it for like 5 other things, man. It's nice. But in our era, currently, we mostly use that microphone for like podcasting and like radio and stuff like that, because basically it's got a decent flat response. I don't think the RE20 has no proximity effect. That one has some proximity effect, but it's lessened. So yeah, it's a good microphone. It's an all over microphone. I've used it on like singers and rappers. They got a lot of sibilance in their vocals, so it can help me out in the mixing process. It bit me in the behind before though, because like when you're trying to get vocals that match what's going on in the industry now you got to add some top end at the mic naturally cut away, but it's all good. It was definitely worth it. Like I said, I've used it in all type of situations, and now they got this new joint out where the new ones have the cloud lifter built in them. So if you don't know, through all these years, that microphone is a great microphone, but it doesn't give you a lot of gain. So that microphone had to be gained up a substantial amount. So if you got your good preamp to do it, it's fine. But the preamp is going to color it some. But like, let's say this, like literally that's the reason I bought an SSL, because the SSL's got one of the cleanest preamps. So you gain that SSL up a little bit, you don't get as much fuzz or as much like color as you would from like an API or a Neve. And that's the easy way to use it when you like just trying to get just clear vocals. But now with everybody to combat that, we've been using cloud lifters. So if you don't know what a cloud lifter is, the cloud lifter is just this little device, a little inline device you put in the chain, turn on phantom power, and now you get, I think it gave you like 20 dB of like clean gain without like it being preamp gain. So just clean gain, no preamp noise, no preamp, like no preamp basically. So it was a way just to boost that volume on that microphone without adding any color. So now they got it built right in the microphone. And what's nice, the microphone, they retain like the voice shaping control. So like the high pass filter, I think you can cut some of the highs, low pass filter on top on the microphone. They left those features on the microphone and just added the preamp stage on there. My honest opinion, when I first saw it, I'm like, for somebody like me, I don't think that'll be, it don't make a difference, because like for somebody that's like a sound engineer, okay, it's cool to be able to just hurry up and do it and hurry up and get it set up faster. That one cable in the chain, the difference is gonna help. But I like having cloud lifters, because cloud lifters, like if you got ribbon microphones, cloud lifters are dope to put on ribbon microphones, because it'll keep you from blowing up the microphone, add gain, and it's gonna keep you from, basically the 48 volt circuit doesn't go through the cloud lifter. So it's like a wall right there. Boop, somebody makes a mistake and turn on a 48 volt, it stops there though, it don't go to the actual microphone. So it's a cool way to protect like ribbon microphones. I learned that like literally working at the studio with $6,000, $8,000 microphones laying around. Like, nah, put a cloud lift on that. Can't use the microphone until you put a cloud lifter. So whenever I got ribbon microphones of my own, I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna put cloud lifters on it. So for the nerd, gear nerd of this thing, it kind of don't make a difference, because like those are just devices. Because, oh my bad, I forgot to say that. It's like the same price. It's like the actual SM7 with the cloud lifter. And then microphones like the SM7 last so long. Like, I bought one brand new, but I bought two like used. Like, and there's no difference. Like, they all work the same, because that microphone, like, that's one of the microphones you just throw it down the stairs, as long as you didn't like football, like spike it into the ground, you cool. That one just fell off many stands and many like podcast situations and got elbowed and stuff like that, and the microphone works fine. So that microphone is not one of those mics that's gonna tear up. So buying one of those has been lightly used, and a cloud lifter is actually cheaper than like buying this new microphone. So I'm like, a new cloud lifter. So I'm like, okay, cool. Who is the target market for this though? This right here, exactly what I got going on. Content people who aren't studio people who just know how to use some gear or need the gear to be just a part of their production. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you record podcasts, you and your podcast peoples, and it's for y'all buy these microphones, y'all flick them on, flick. Now y'all get more volume and more gain out of them without having to have cloud lifters or be pushing all that preamp gain. So I believe those are the target market. Like I say, for me, in my opinion, I don't really think it's like really built for like dudes that are like real audio engineers, because it's like, if you're a real audio engineer with a real setup, you already got like a SMB and a SM7B and a couple cloud lifters. You already got this stuff. So who's it for? It's mostly for like I say, people who upgrading their podcast like gear, who might have started off with like a SM58 is like the microphone, and they gon' if you started off with your SM58 as your microphone, yes, this SM7db is for you, because it's giving you the better microphone with the better features that we paid the extra to get. So it's definitely a win-win for like people who are new in the game. But like I say, in my opinion, if you got the gray hairs, you've been in the game for a while, you already got the workarounds, and those workarounds probably gonna last the rest of your career. Like, I don't think I'm gonna have to buy more SM7Bs unless like I throw them, somebody steal them or something, or I leave them somewhere. But like, far as them not working, I don't put enough abuse on them for me. Some people do abuse them. Some people put them right there by the snare, and people smacking on them, and like, no, I don't use them on snare. So yeah, I don't see like the point of you got 3 or 4 SM7s already with a couple cloud lifters. But I may be wrong. Let me know, man. Like, if you was always like complaining about the extra cable that you had to run between the cloud lifter and the microphone itself, this might be a game changer for you. So for me, it's never been a problem, man. I run cables for a living, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's my first topic, the SM7db just came out, man. I was up at GC, and one of my mans was like, man, we got it in the back, Joe. I'm like he showed me like a couple days before it came out. I'm like, man, this is dope. It's dope that it's right there on the back. You just turn it on. Yeah, it's nice, man. But like I say, I just don't see myself paying more than what an SM7 costs to buy it. I'd rather just buy more SM7s, man. Like, so yeah, that's just